important is breathing exercise for you, and how often do you do breathing exercise?
As a student, breathing exercises help us to learn how to breathe deeply, increasing the body's oxygen level, which can have calming effects. When you breathe deeply, you feel calmer and more relaxed. When you're calm and relaxed, it's good for your overall well-being. Feeling calm also helps you use good judgment and make better decisions, especially in stressful situations. I do breathing exercises sometimes if I can feel tense.
As a student, how important is breathing exercise for you, and how often do you do breathing exercise?
As a student, breathing exercise is important because it can help you relax and it makes your body feel like it does when you are already relaxed. Deep breathing is one of the best ways to lower stress in the body, and this is because when you breathe deeply, it sends a message to your brain to calm down and relax. I do deep breathing in morning and afternoon. It is very effective exercise that can release your stress whenever you are in stressful situations.
As a student, how important is breathing exercises for you? And also, how often do you do breathing exercises? So, as a student nurse, this is really important for me, especially during stressful days, because it really helps me to feel calm, especially yung mga times na stress na masyado, loaded ng mga schoolworks, and as well as those times na I feel overwhelmed and tensions. And so, I do this at least twice a week, or sometimes I do this during my workout sessions. So, as labor progresses, mom tends to get into the zone, and it's hard for them to concentrate on anything other than the intense sensation they feel in their bodies. It is really hard to describe what it feels like if you have never experienced it, so we'll just give you an example. So I have this friend who recently had a baby. Toward the most intense part of her labor, she thought that she was communicating with her husband that she wanted to get an epidural. She said it over and over again, but it seemed like no one else heard her. So later that day, after the baby was born and it was epidural free, she asked her husband about it, and he didn't hear her say anything at all, just moans and groans. So basically, when you're confused or when you're consumed by the birthing process that it becomes hard to communicate, it can be near impossible to remember all the things you know you could do to help you stay calm, grounded, and even relaxed. So mothers rely on the coping techniques that have become second nature to them.
During labor, this is a lovely reminder of why you're doing this in the first place. It's for that baby growing within. The baby you've already grown to love in pregnancy. It's the baby you're finally going to gaze upon and hold in your arms. Every contraction is bringing that reality closer. Every breath delivers a bit more oxygen, nourishment, and love to your little one. In labor breathing, during labor, the uterus contracts and helps open up the cervix. Women need medication to manage pain due to contractions. Labor breathing helps manage intensity of contractions without medications. So start practicing once you enter the 28th week. This exercise has 3 levels. You should do level 1 for a few days, and when you develop comfort, move on to level 2 and then level 3.
So remember that these exercises will make you feel uncomfortable, but then it will develop comfort while doing this for several days. Here are warning signs: pain in the pelvis, vagina, or even in groin, abdominal discomfort, shortness of breath, leakage or bleeding from the vagina, dizziness, and lastly is the exceptional fetal activity.
To do the first level, Sit in a comfortable position with your back erect. Now, place one hand on your chest and your one hand on your abdomen. Now, inhale slowly. Make sure that inhalation is slow and short, which means it should stop in your chest. You should feel your chest should rise, but not your abdomen. Now exhale through your mouth. Keep inhaling and exhaling for 1 whole minute and then take a break for a minute. You can do this exercise 5 times a day. If you feel comfortable, move on to level 2. Level 2. Now, inhale rapidly but gently, keeping the inhalation short. In other words, air should stop in your chest. In this position, your chest should rise, but not your abdomen. Now, exhale rapidly through your mouth. It will almost feel as if you are panting. Repeat this process for 20 seconds and then take a break for 1 minute. You can do this exercise 5 times a day. Finally, you should move on to level 3. Level 3. Here we will first do the slow breathing of level 1 for 20 seconds. Then do the rapid breathing of level 2 for 20 seconds. Repeat this pattern for 1 minute. Now take a break for 1 minute. Repeat this exercise 5 times a day. As you start to get comfortable, you can increase the time to 30 seconds for each level. You may want to use the help of your partner to time your breathing.
So moving on, for one of the breathing techniques and exercises is panting. So basically, you have to open your mouth and pant like a dog. Take a quick or shallow breath like this. You may need to breathe this way during transition when your contractions are very strong, or when it's necessary to slow down the baby's birth to prevent tears, especially while the head and shoulders are being delivered. And you have to do this technique or practice not for too long, because this to prevent lightheaded and your hands tingling or hyperventilating. So that is for the panting techniques and exercises. Next is breath holding. This breathing technique may be used during the second stage of labor. During contraction, you exert a downward pressure on the diaphragm and abdominal cavity, and therefore on the top of the uterus, while you are holding your breath to help push the baby out. So like this. You need to hold your breath and push and exhale. Inhale and hold and push and make sure that you do not push while practicing this, and exhale and breathe and hold and push and exhale. And that's how you do the breath holding during the second stage of labor, during the contraction.